Today we're gonna do a good old-fashioned favorites video. So I've been sharing my recent drugstore makeup favorites here and there on YouTube Shorts and on Instagram, but I've gotten several requests to put them all together into one makeup look, so that is what we're here for today. These are some of my most used products at the moment, especially because despite the drugstore price, they are definitely giving high-end quality. So let's get into it, but first, if you're new here, hi, my name is Miranda. This channel is dedicated to budget beauty. If that sounds like your vibe, hit subscribe. Starting out with my SPF moisturizer, this is the Innisfree Daily UV Defense Sunscreen. It is SPF 36. I started using this last year and it is still my favorite. There's no white cast and it does give a slightly glowy appearance to the skin that just gives this nice healthy appearance under your foundation. Ever since testing this in 104-degree heat, this has been my go-to daily foundation. This is the e.l.f. Soft Glam Satin Foundation. I'm using the shade Light Neutral, and I will say that this foundation dries down a little bit deeper than it comes out straight out of the tube. Some people would call that oxidation. However, when I said that word, everyone was like, it doesn't oxidize, it dries down. And I'm like, we've been using this phrase for so long in the beauty community. Okay, let's take a step back because when I tell you that it oxidizes, you probably understand what I'm saying, but I will keep that in mind. It dries down less yellow than you see on my skin right now. But this has been such a good middle of the road everyday foundation. Like, I don't need full coverage every single day. Most of the time I just want to even out my complexion and keep everything feeling lightweight, and that's what this is perfect for. And if you don't need to conceal a lot, like obviously I have a really dark spot right here that's coming through. If you don't experience super dark spots or a ton of blemishes, this is definitely going to be enough coverage for you. With that said, the coverage is still strong. I would say it's like the bottom of medium full. I don't think we're going to get this fully covered because it's so dark, because I've been picking at it. But as far as casual wear, this foundation is great and it's only $8. Like, that's really good at the drugstore right now. I was actually putting together a list of makeup to try to do a $50 makeup challenge, because in 2024, that's hard. That is not as easy as it used to be, like back in 2013 when the $50 makeup challenge was first a tag. And $8 for a foundation is actually incredibly cheap right now. So the fact that this performs like it does and it held up during my wear test in the heat, and it gives such a beautiful, smooth, natural finish, like, it's a steal. So this has definitely become a go-to for me now. And even if I do need a little bit more coverage, I do have the option to go in with concealer, and then I don't need to put a full coverage product all over my face, because I don't need full coverage all over my face. Maturing is realizing you don't need full coverage all over your face. Now, this product is a new favorite, but ever since I got it in the mail 2 weeks ago, I've been using it nonstop. These are the new Milani Conceal Imperfect Bronzing Drops. It has taken me so long to jump onto the bronzing drop train, but this product finally had me hopping on. Because at first, when all these bronzing drops were coming out, I felt like, okay, are we just repackaging liquid bronzer and calling it a new product? But no, bronzing drops are typically a thinner formula, at least this one, which I really like. So you can mix them into your foundation, or you can layer them without feeling like you're adding heaviness or bulk to your look. Let me show you what these two look like. I have both light and medium. I absolutely love that Milani did not make these super warm. That's something that I did not like about their cream bronzer that recently came out, but these lean way more neutral. So I feel that they're more flattering, particularly on my skin tone. I just think they're gonna work for more people. I'm gonna use medium today and just get that really nice sun-kissed glow. Now, the way that I've mostly been using these bronzing drops is similar to a liquid bronzer. Like, I'm just applying them over my foundation typically, where I want that bronzy glow. I'm not so much a mix-in girly. I don't really want it all over my face. But because this formula is so thin and buildable, I've liked using this more than liquid bronzer. And I do want to point out though, a lot of people talk about mixing bronzing drops in with sunscreen. Don't do that, please. You should not be mixing anything in with your sunscreen. When you mix something in with your sunscreen, you are actually diluting the SPF, so you could be messing with the actual protection factor of the sunscreen. So that's another reason why I just like layering it on top. I don't have to worry about whether or not I'm canceling my sun protection out. I think it looks very natural. It's not orange at all. It truly looks like I got some color outside. Just gonna quickly do my brows with my Moira Precision Pencil. And as always, friendly reminder, you can get 15% off at Moira with my code /beauty. It works for full price items, although they've been having crazy sales recently. I had a couple people reach out saying my code wasn't working recently, and then I went to go check and it was because everything was on sale. Topping off with my Physicians Formula Brow Gel, another favorite ever since it came out. Now, I know I'm not the only one who has noticed this, so let me know your thoughts. But it seems like eyeshadow is kind of on the outs. And more so what I mean is like multi-shade eyeshadow looks. They just aren't as much the standard of being made up as they used to be. And I feel like this has been the case since the whole clean girl trend had emerged. But recently what I notice is when people are opting for shadow, it's usually one shade. And I've noticed a lot of people turning to multi-chromes as their one and done eyeshadow because they can make a statement without blending several shades together. So my favorite have been the Moira Chroma Light Shadows. Let me swatch a few of these for you. These are so glowy and shifty. I absolutely love using them just all over the lid. This first one is Lilac Love. Such a beautiful effect. This next one is Birthday Girl. This one shifts from like a gold to a pink. This one's like my go-to for nights out. It's called Renegade. It's kind of a berry pink with a blue purple shimmer. And then my most worn is Summer Dream. I've been wearing this in a lot of my recent YouTube shorts and reels. It's similar to Renegade, but it's almost like a reddish berry that shifts with a blue shimmer. In fact, if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure I wore this in my last YouTube video, so let's pick a different shade. I think I'm gonna go with Birthday Girl. It is very like summery golden pink. So with these, I do like to go in with my fingers first and really just pack the color on the lid. Ah, it's so good. And then I'll use a brush to kind of blend out the edge a bit, get some of that shimmer just above my crease so it looks like it fades out a bit. And then that's the whole eye look, especially with multi-chromes. It looks like you've got more going on than just one shade. So they're super easy to work with. These are $6 each on Moira, and then you can use my coupon code. And something that I particularly like about these is that they give that sort of reflective look, but it doesn't have that crinkly metallic finish. You know, sometimes you wear metallic eyeshadows and they end up accentuating every single line on your eyelid. These don't do that. They're more shimmery when you apply them dry. If you apply them wet, you will get more of that like opaque kind of chrome layer, but I feel like they're more forgiving when they're just applied with your finger. Super easy, super pretty. And I do consider Moira on the same level as Drugstore. I feel like someone's gonna contest this in the comments because they're not widely available in all drugstores, even though they are priced better than a lot of drugstore brands, but they are available in HEBs. We just don't have those here in Vegas. So yes, I am lumping them in with Drugstore because you know what I mean. Okay, I just tight lined my eyes with black eyeliner. We're gonna move on straight to lashes. I am skipping liner. I've been skipping liner a lot recently. I've been preferring adding lashes to doing like winged liner to add that definition to my eye. I just feel like it looks clean and fresh. So Kiss just came out with 2 new lash lines that I'm loving. So there's the Rebel line, which are a little bit more dramatic, but they still look very wispy. So these are the Rebel lashes in Main Character. And you can see they're long, they're thick, they're voluminous, but they're also still very fluttery and wispy, so they don't look so heavy. So I've really been liking this line of lashes because you can get the drama without like weighing down your eyes. The other lashes I've really been liking from Kiss recently are the new natural lashes. So I've really been liking their half lashes as well as their cluster lashes. I've used those in a few of my recent videos. These are definitely more subtle than the Rebel line. They are meant to look more natural, obviously. So this has been more for like that soft glam look. I think I'm gonna go for the Rebel ones today though. However, I may cut them into half lashes, which is just something I've been doing recently. I'm pretty sure I showed this in like a makeup hacks video, but what I do is I will cut the lash in half and actually use the front half as my half lash from my outer corner. I think this ends up looking way more natural. While I let this glue get tacky, I realized I have not prepped my lashes. Was like 3 steps ahead. Let me quickly curl these. And I'll add a little bit of mascara. This is the Revolution 5D Lash Pow. Now the one thing about these lashes, it's kind of a pro and a con. The band is incredibly thin. So on the one hand, it's gonna be pretty invisible once you have it applied, but on the other hand, it can be fragile. I actually ripped apart a few of these lashes by accident when I first started trying them when Kiss sent them to me because I was just trying to peel them off the plastic packaging with my tweezers like I normally do, and they just shredded. So you have to be a little bit more gentle with these, but I feel like it's worth it because of how nice they look on the eye. See, I love how much drama these add without being like a thick panel of lashes that block your eyeshadow. These are the perfect lashes when you still want to show off whatever else you're wearing on your eye. Love, love, love. I'm gonna add just a little bit of liquid contour for some sculpting. This is the Moira Face Sculpt Liquid Contour. Very fitting name. And I use the shade Soft Warm, although on my skin tone, this definitely pulls more neutral in shade, but I just want to add a little bit of definition to these cheekbones. And I am back in my nose contouring era. I feel like my face looks a little bit unfinished without it, so I have been adding that back into my routine, mostly just right here where I have that deviated septum bump. My absolute favorite drugstore liquid blushes at the moment are the Physicians Formula Diamond Fillers. These are part of their mineral wear line for extra sensitive skin. They're hypoallergenic, they're talc-free, synthetic fragrance-free, and gluten-free. And they just have this beautiful radiance on the skin. They're made with diamond dust and vitamin E. This one is Brilliant Peach, and this one's Radiant Pink. But these are made with diamond dust as well as vitamin E, and it creates this beautiful radiant glowy look on the skin that sometimes when I wear these I forget to put highlighter on because they just look so beautiful and luminous. I'm gonna use Brilliant Peach today. I just love how these look on the skin. I truly think they make my cheeks look plumper. They blend into the rest of your makeup so nicely as well. I'm gonna build it up just a little bit. I really want them to release more shades, but these two have definitely been getting me through summer. They're pretty matchable to most of the looks that I'm doing. And these do have radiance to them without being super wet looking dewy. I love it. They just melt into the skin. I feel like these are criminally underrated. I haven't really seen a lot of other people talking about them on social media, but these are absolutely high-end quality. And y'all know that I do have sensitive skin and I do have acne-prone skin, so I haven't had any bad reactions to these. I will say that even though Physicians Formula as a whole uses a lot of fragrance in their other products, I never have noticed a bad reaction to the fragrance that they use. But as someone who would prefer not to have fragrance in their makeup, love, love, love that they kept it out of these. Okay, this highlighter is an oldie but goodie. I recently rediscovered it and it immediately became a favorite again. This is the Essence Pure Nude Highlighter. So I mentioned this a few videos ago. I was testing out like old makeup favorites and seeing if they still held up in 2024, and this one definitely does. In fact, I'm kind of mad that I went so long kind of forgetting about it. I actually think this highlighter is more on trend now versus when it first came out, because around the time this came out, the metallic highlighter look was really in, and this gives more of a radiant, beaming glow, and it doesn't look shimmery or glittery at all. So there's a little bit more of a natural look to it that I think is more popular now, but you can still build it up when you want a little bit stronger of a highlight. So again, this has just been a really nice everyday highlight for me. It's noticeable, but it doesn't become the statement of the look. I'm also gonna put it on my brow bone above that eyeshadow. And this shade is called Be My Highlight, and I would say it's like a neutral champagne. It doesn't really lean too golden or pink at all. So it works with a lot of different makeup looks and styles. And finally, my current favorite lip product that I've been wearing with almost every makeup look is the ColourPop So Juicy Gloss Balm. I have a blog post that I'll link below that I swatched several shades, but my current favorite shades are Vacay Mode, just kind of like a neutral mauve, and Guava Glaze. And you can see how glossy and shiny these are, but these are made with hyaluronic acid, peptides, ceramides, and ginger, and they are technically plumping gloss balms, but they do not sting at all. They do not hurt. In fact, I would say that the effect is more cooling, and the plumping effect comes more so from the hydration of the ingredients versus irritating your lips like a traditional lip plumper. And they definitely smooth out lip lines, which in turn makes your lips look plumper. So I'm gonna use Guava Glaze today. Now these are super melty, and immediately I'm feeling that kind of tingling cooling, and it feels so good. Also, it does act like a gloss. This never really sets onto your lips. The color will transfer if you're eating or drinking out of a straw or whatever. Some of the brighter shades do stain though and will leave color behind once the gloss wears off. But they're not sticky at all. They feel super nourishing on the lips. And even when my lips are chapped, I feel like these just make my lips look better. The one thing that I'm a little bit peeved about is that in every single one that I own, and I think I have like 6, they all have these massive air bubbles in them. And I haven't gotten to the point yet where like the air bubble is on top. So I'm not sure what's gonna happen when I click them up further to where the air bubble is. Like, is it gonna be misshapen? It's just kind of like missing product. And there are air bubbles in every single color I own. So I don't know if it's just going to settle and it'll kind of like compact down as I push it onto my lips, or if I'm gonna at some point click it up and it's just gonna be like half the stick of lip gloss. The scent is really subtle, but it's kind of like pepperminty. And as long as you stick to like just one even layer, it does not feel heavy on the lips at all. But because they are so melty, I feel like if you built them up too much, you're gonna go into that goopy territory, just like as if you were to apply too much lip gloss. But I feel like they're the perfect fusion of like tinted lip balm, gloss, and plumper. Okay, I'm not gonna take my hair down. My bangs are too long and I'm literally getting a haircut today, so final look. I just got this jumbo size Milani Make It Last setting spray and I'm so excited because I go through these bottles so quickly. Not these ones, the small ones. And I'm just gonna say it, I've been testing out that e.l.f. setting spray and I've really wanted it to impress me. It just hasn't, so back to Old Faithful. I'd love to know if we share any current favorites or if you have any drugstore favorites that you think that I should try. Let me know what they are in the comments. Thanks so much for spending time with me today. If you want to keep watching, join me over in this video next where I do a summer night out makeup look while talking about all the books I've read this year so far. I'll see you over there. Bye.